Hello again folks, I thought I'd do a quick teardown for you tonight. I've been clearing out the workshop again and I found these eyeglasses in a box that I basically purchased them as a job lot of surplus educational equipment, you know, lab power supplies and such like. And in the job lot there was a number of, how would you describe them? Accessibility aids or something like that, you know, things for people with disabilities, you know, that will assist them in accessing computers and such like. And you know, this particular set of glasses didn't come with the connection to the computer, so essentially they're worthless. They're a bit beat up, as you can see. The headphones are hanging off and some of the guards or shields, whatever you want to call them, are missing, and yeah, they have clearly been used. So rather than bin them, I thought we'll take them apart and have a look inside, see what's in there. So yeah, this is the eyeglasses PC. You can still actually buy this model. I found a website in America selling them $495. I imagine at the time they were probably a little bit more expensive than that. But of course, as time goes on, I think these are SVGA, so you know, clearly you're looking at, it's difficult to get high resolution type glasses these days without paying an absolute fortune. But you know, they're probably still valid in some applications. So yeah, so it appears we've got some sort of cast metal casing. It is fairly light, as you would expect. You wouldn't something really heavy hanging off your head, you know, when you're using them. So yeah, it's some sort of aluminium or aluminum if you're American, or possibly some, you know, maybe some magnesium alloy, something like that. We can certainly test that by setting it on fire once we've taken it apart. So we'll get in amongst it and see what we've got. There's only, well, it appears to be only 3 screws holding it together. How's the weather your way? Of course, Britain here is experiencing the beast from the east, as they say. There's a few snowflakes falling down and everybody's panicking, and all the news agencies are giving great advice to the general public, such as if you're going for a flight, phone them up and make sure it's still flying and it's cold outside, so wear an extra jumper or sweater if you're American. And yeah, if you're going anywhere, it might take a little bit longer. Really helpful advice. So how's it like your way? We're not too bad up here in Northumberland. Okay, right, so we're in, and do you know what, I'll just I don't need to cut them off, I can just pull these plugs out. Right, so what we've got here, we've got a couple of high density type connectors, kind of things you see inside the iPhones and things like that. And that's obviously the display, the displays, you know, one for each eye, of course. And those appear to have been hot glued down onto the PCB. Ugh. Right, we've got some of that gunky heatsink type gel pads. I don't know what you'd how you describe that. Let's scrape it off. Right, we've got a Genesis Display Perfection GM ZAN 2, whatever that is. Well, whatever it is, it's clearly the imaging processing chip, you know, QFP, and that's obviously going to be converting what's coming in from the PC into the two, do you call them stereo displays? I'm not sure, but the 2 display units for each eye. Oh, you know what I mean, one for each eye. We've got a CMD 8X6 DDI. Not sure where that is. We've got an Atmel. Was it a Mega 16? Was it? Yeah, Focus Mega 80 Mega 16. Yep. So it's a microprocessor, something like that. Looked at a couple of inductors here, a few tantalum caps, SMD of course, a few diodes, passives, such like crystal, a few tactile switches on the other side. So yeah, some other semiconductors, another little inductor appears there, and not much else on this side. Okay, folks, let's get into the business end of things. So, I don't know how many screws are actually holding this thing in here. Thanks for your feedback on my Vulcan project video that I did, well, the previous video to this. Some good feedback. I'm still undecided on what I'm going to do, but quite a few have expressed an interest in just putting some videos, vlogs on the channel, so I may well do that. We'll see. Okay, so in here we've got our two you know, I don't know how these would actually work, whether, yeah, they're probably backlit LCDs, I would imagine. Those are going to be projecting down onto a mirror. Let me see here. How is this orientated? So, okay, I'm trying to work out how this is working here. So that is where you look. So yeah, the display is up in here, and that's at a slight angle. It's projecting down onto this mirror here, if I can take it out, this curved mirror, and then projecting through presumably a polarizing filter and then into your eye. Now let's take this one out. We'll do the same with the other one and see if those are indeed polarizing filters. So no, they're not. You know, I would have thought those would have been polarizing. If you've ever seen polarizing filters, if you split down an LCD display and put them, if you turn them through 90 degrees, you will find that they'll turn black. But clearly, that's not what those are. Possibly just a filter or something to enhance the displays in some way. Let's check and see if these are polarized. No, not that either. Okay, so we'll go in a little bit deeper now and take that show displays off. Clearly, there's nothing really in here that you could salvage and repurpose for a project, really. You know, for you know, as a hobbyist, you know, this is sort of high level electronics. You know, of course, it possibly would have been the potential of working out the pinout for the connector. You know, we've got, is it 12 or 14 connections on there, maybe more actually, 16 connections there. So clearly SVGA's 15 pins, or VGA's 15 pins, although in saying that I'm not sure how many of those are actually connected. And you know, power, etc, etc. So you could probe it out, or you know, do a bit of digging and probably work out how to connect it up. But like I say, this is quite old technology now. Now, how does this slide out? Okay, so these are quite, you know, quite small self-contained units. Again, there's a filter on the front here. That looks like it just slides out. We've got a backlight which looks like a rather large LED, possibly. Let's see if these are polarized. I hope there's at least something in here that's polarized so I can demonstrate what I was just explaining a moment ago. Let's try these. Yes, there we go. So, as you can see just now, you can see through down to the metal there. And if I just rotate these through 90 degrees, you will see that they go completely black. You cannot see through that. And if you adjust it slightly, you can actually vary the excuse me, vary the darkness of it. And essentially it's well, the way I would explain it is, imagine two sort of shutters like that. If in that position you can see through, and of course the lines on the filter are a lot smaller. As you rotate it, less and less light comes through until the point that, you know, it's pretty much black and you can't see it. But clearly the lines are a lot thinner and a lot closer together. So we'll go in to the final stage of disassembly. And see what's in here. But those LEDs, if they are LEDs, look quite interesting. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. So I've just tore off the flat flex. But yeah, that's some sort of LED matrix on there. It's not your typical sort of cob type, but there does seem to be some sort of phosphor or whatever behind there. In fact, I might pause the video and see if I can get this to light up, and we'll have a look at it. Bear with me. Right, yeah, that took a little while to get that flat flex cable off. Yeah, quite interesting. So this is an RGB LED, and apologies for the poor focus, but if I just, and it's not ideal, I'm using crocodile clips here. But as you can see, I've got red, we've got green, and yeah, we've got blue somewhere. I think I'm short there. So yeah, blue, green, and red. So I don't know how that's working. I don't know whether it's using this persistence of vision kind of a shutter effect, so it's showing RGB each frame, or the splitting down each frame into the red, green and blue components of that, and then, you know, cycling or multiplexing, whatever you want to call it, but cycling it really quickly to give the effect of, you know, a coloured image. That's the way I would suggest that it's happening. Not quite sure. Let's see if we can take this. Let's see if we can take this off. So we've got. Right, so we've got a sort of plastic, smoky grey plastic outer. We've got a white diffusing layer there, and then inside here we've got what appears to be some sort of epoxy with the 3 LEDs mounted at well, right angles to the display, but on top of the board, shining up into this epoxy, which is obviously diffusing it slightly, sort of diffusing and acting as a light guide, a light pipe, whatever you want to call it, and then sort of curving around through that, again, that diffuse layer, and then into the actual display itself. So there we go. And there's these pretty snazzy lenses, kind of not really coming out in the camera, but they're kind of a gold, silvery gold colour. Right, I think only the last thing to do is try and set it on fire. It is a really light alloy. I'm not sure what it is, but it seems really, really strong. There's zero flex in that at all, and it is, you know, super light. So again, I'll pause the video and I'll try and cut a piece of this off, and then we'll try and set it on fire. That'll be pretty cool, won't it? Catch you in a second. Right, it's really difficult to cut. I tried to cut a bit off, and yeah, it's really difficult to cut. So I'm just gonna break a bit off, like so, and then we'll see what it does. I do have, I know Big Clive's got his fireproof pie dish. I'm using a piece of cardboard. Don't worry, I do have a fire extinguisher in here, so if it should go awry, I am equipped. Probably not for, I'll turn that off, probably not for magnesium alloy, because it probably needs specialist equipment to put out, but never mind, let's have a go. definitely magnesium. Oh, we're about to go on fire. You see these little strands coming off. Right, let's get this out of here. Yeah, really don't mess about with magnesium alloy. It's literally gone everywhere. So there we go. Don't try this at home. Yeah, it definitely was magnesium alloy. As I was taking it out of the workshop there, it was white, bright white sparks going onto the floor. That's why aircraft fires are so bad, because of the amount of magnesium alloy. They just keep burning and burning and burning, and putting water on them pretty much doesn't do anything. So I've just chucked it out there in the snow, so don't worry, the workshop's safe. There we go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. That was these eyeglasses PC, little teardown. Not an expert rundown of what's inside, just me in layman's terms. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me the thumbs up. If you didn't, give me the thumbs down. Either or, it's good to get a bit of feedback. And if you haven't already done so and you'd like to do so, click my fat head just about down here. Once again, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and as always, all the best. Hello again, folks. I thought I'd tag this on to the end of the video. I realised after watching the video back that I hadn't actually showed you the display. But we've got this PCB substrate with the LCD module on top, and sandwiched in between we have the flat flex cable here. It's a BGA package, ball grid array, just onto the flat flex. And yeah, I think how I explained it in the video was pretty much right. I think the RGB LED is cycling through the colours. That is being reflected off the LCD onto the mirror and then onwards into your eyes. So yeah, I think that's how it works. If anybody knows any better than that, then please do let me know. But I thought it was worth showing you. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and if you haven't already done so and you'd like to do so, click on my fat head down here. Take care. Bye bye.